Chinese EV maker BYD has unveiled a new technology. This technology allows for a range of around 400 kilometers with just 5 minutes of charging.
Elon Musk, the big shot American innovator, keeps saying electric cars are the way of the future, and he's always tinkering to make them better. But here's the twist. His rival, a company called BYD, has been quietly working on something huge that might just shake up the whole EV game. BYD's come up with a next-level blade battery that's a total game-changer. Picture this. It charges up super fast, lasts way longer, stays safer, and even cuts costs. It's so impressive that every other car maker out there has to step up or get left in the dust. This isn't just a little tweak. It's a massive leap forward for electric vehicles, and it's going to ripple across the globe. So, why isn't everyone buzzing about this? Could this battery spell trouble for Tesla? Or could it actually be the spark that supercharges the entire EV world? Stick around to find out. And hey, before you go, hit that subscribe button for more cool updates like this. Back in 2020, BYD rolled out the first blade battery, and it was already pretty awesome. Way different from the usual batteries that use pricey stuff like nickel, cobalt, and manganese. Those old-school batteries can overheat and cost a fortune. But BYD's version? It uses lithium iron phosphate, which is safer, cheaper, and lasts way longer. Now, hold on to your hats because BYD just leveled up. The new blade battery is next-level amazing. They've boosted its energy density. Think of it like the battery's power punch, from 150 watt-hours per kilogram to a whopping 290. That's a 27% jump. In simple terms, your electric car can go a lot farther on one charge without making the battery bigger or heavier. Charging's gotten a major upgrade too. Plug this bad boy into a 110 kilowatt fast charger, and it'll zoom from 30% to 80% in just 30 minutes. That's right, recharging is now almost as quick as filling up a gas tank, wiping out one of the biggest headaches for EV drivers. And here's the cherry on top. It's cheaper. BYD figured out how to make this new battery without breaking the bank, which means electric cars can cost less. More affordable EVs? That's a win for everyone, and could get way more people driving electric. And safety? The blade battery's still one of the safest out there. Unlike those cobalt and nickel batteries that might turn into a fireball under pressure, this one keeps its cool. So, better range, faster charging, lower prices, and top-notch safety. BYD's basically rewriting the EV rulebook. BYD's second-generation blade battery isn't just tough, it's practically invincible. This thing has been put through the ringer with crazy safety tests, like getting stabbed with nails and baked in high heat. And guess what? It didn't overheat or catch fire. It just stayed chill, proving it's built to last and handle whatever you throw at it. With lightning-fast charging, longer driving range, wallet-friendly costs, and safety that's off the charts, this battery is ready to rewrite the rules for electric vehicles. But here's the big question. How are the top dogs in the EV world going to deal with BYD's genius move? This could shake up the future of electric cars for years to come. Big names like Tesla, General Motors, and Volkswagen have been sticking to traditional lithium-ion batteries packed with pricey metals like cobalt and nickel. Sure, those batteries pack a punch with energy, but they've got some serious downsides. They're expensive, hard to source, and can turn into a fiery mess if things go wrong. BYD's secret weapon? Their lithium iron phosphate blade battery ditches cobalt and nickel completely. That means it's way cheaper to make, super durable, and doesn't come with those pesky problems. This lets BYD roll out electric cars at lower prices without skimping on quality or performance. Even Tesla's caught on and started using similar tech in some of their cheaper models. But BYD's been perfecting this for years and is now light years ahead with this new Blade battery. With its ability to charge in a flash, go the distance, and stay affordable. BYD isn't just playing the game, they're leading it. This could be a real wake-up call for the big EV makers. If they can't come up with something to match BYD's breakthroughs, they might find themselves eating dust as the industry races into the future. As more companies jump on the eco-friendly transportation bandwagon, everyone's clamoring for lithium iron phosphate batteries. And BYD's already locked in as a powerhouse in the game. This isn't just a cool new gadget, it's a total game changer for the whole industry. So, how did BYD whip up a battery that leaves everyone else in the dust? It's all about their non-stop drive to innovate. Right after launching the first Blade battery, they got straight to work on making it even better, safer, stronger, and cheaper. And wow, did they deliver! This new version blows the old one out of the water in every way. The star of the show? Energy density. Older lithium-ion phosphate batteries used to lag behind the nickel and cobalt ones, needing bigger packs to go the same distance. But BYD cracked the code with some serious chemistry magic, packing way more power into the same size battery. No extra bulk required. They tweaked the materials to keep things cool and stable, cutting down on heat, and wasted energy while boosting efficiency. Then there's the production glow-up. BYD streamlined everything. Smarter supply chains, slicker designs, making it cheaper and faster to churn out these batteries without sacrificing quality. And safety? Still top-notch. This battery's been crushed, poked, overheated, and overcharged in tests, and it just keeps on ticking. No fires, no breakdowns, just pure reliability. With all these upgrades, BYD's tackled the biggest headaches in EV batteries: cost, power, and safety, and turned them into wins. So, what's the takeaway? BYD's not just keeping up, they're setting the pace for the future of electric driving. BYD's second-generation Blade battery. This thing is tackling all the big headaches EVs used to have: sky-high costs, short ranges, slow charging, and safety worries. It's setting a bar so high that other companies are going to have a tough time keeping up as electric cars take over the roads. BYD's not just in the race, they're leading the pack in the battery game. But here's the million-dollar question. Could this be the tech that finally makes EVs cheaper than gas guzzlers? Let's zoom in on one of the coolest upgrades: charging speed. For ages, EV makers have been wrestling with how long it takes to juice up a car. Sure, range has gotten better, but waiting forever at a charger? Not so fun compared to a quick gas pump stop. BYD's new Blade battery might just flip that script. Thanks to a slicker battery design and some fancy tweaks to its lithium iron phosphate recipe, BYD's engineers slashed the internal resistance. Translation? It charges crazy fast, without overheating. Picture this. You plug into a 110 kilowatt fast charger, and in just 30 minutes, bam! Your car's gone from 30% to 80%. That's coffee break, quick. You grab a latte, and your ride's ready to roll. For a lot of folks, slow charging has been the deal breaker keeping them from going electric. But with this kind of speed, it's all about convenience. Less waiting, more driving, and a way better experience. And it's not just about speed. This battery's got range too. Its energy density jumped from 150 to 190 watt-hours per kilogram, meaning you can go farther without a bigger battery. We're talking up to 600 kilometers, that's over 370 miles, on a single charge, depending on the car. Most battery upgrades pick one, range or speed, but BYD said, Why not both? They're crushing it in every direction, making EVs more practical and awesome than ever. It means fewer pit stops at charging stations, more miles to cruise, and an electric vehicle vibe that's just as easy-breezy as driving a gas car. So, what's the big question? How are the heavy hitters like Tesla, General Motors, and Volkswagen going to keep up? They're all tinkering with their own battery breakthroughs, but BYD's latest move might just light a fire under them to speed things up. BYD's got this magic mix of super-fast charging, long-range driving, and wallet-friendly costs that's leaving competitors scrambling. They're still trying to catch up, but BYD's not just winning on efficiency. They're also acing safety, making sure EV drivers never have to sweat about overheating, fires, or battery flops. Safety's always been a huge deal with EV batteries, right? Traditional ones with nickel and cobalt can get wild, overheating, catching fire, or even exploding when things go south. But BYD's Blade battery? It's built from the ground up to dodge those dangers, making it one of the safest options out there. Take the nail penetration test. It's like the ultimate battery stress check, mimicking a nasty car crash. Most batteries would spark up or blow, but the Blade battery? It just shrugs it off. No flames, no meltdown. Why? It's all in the chemistry. Unlike the old-school batteries that spew oxygen and turn into a fire hazard when they break, BYD's lithium iron phosphate setup stays cool and calm, even if it's banged up. That's a huge deal for peace of mind. And it doesn't stop there. This battery's been through the ringer, overcharged by 260% without a hiccup, baked at over 300 degrees Celsius, that's 572 degrees Fahrenheit, and even squashed under a massive truck. It still keeps on ticking, no fires, no fails. BYD's basically saying, "We've got this," and they're setting a whole new standard for what EV safety can be. They've run tests that show this battery barely wears out over time, keeping its power strong for the long haul. In an EV world where safety often takes a back seat to squeezing out more energy, BYD's nailed both safety and reliability without breaking a sweat. That's a big deal, and it's going to make their electric cars super tempting for buyers. A lot of folks hold off on EVs because they're worried about things like fires or explosions. But BYD's battery? It's practically bulletproof. No igniting, no blowing up. That wipes out one of the scariest worries for anyone thinking about going electric. And while safety and efficiency are huge wins, there's another trick up BYD's sleeve that could flip the whole industry upside down. Affordability. Here's the scoop. EVs have always been pricier than gas cars, mostly because batteries cost a fortune to make. BYD's about to change the game with their new Blade battery. By streamlining how they build it and ditching pricey stuff like cobalt and nickel, they've slashed production costs big time. Cheaper batteries mean cheaper cars, putting electric driving within reach for way more people. For years, big names like Tesla, Ford, and Volkswagen have wrestled with battery supply headaches, relying on rare, expensive materials that are a pain to get. BYD's playing a smarter game. They've been perfecting their lithium iron phosphate recipe, which uses stuff that's way more common and eco-friendly. It's like they've cracked the code to make EVs affordable and sustainable all at once. While other car makers are hustling to snag rare materials for their batteries, BYD's already cranking out this new version at a fraction of the cost. That means they can sell their electric cars for less, making them a total steal for anyone watching their wallet. This could shake things up so much that big players like Tesla, Volkswagen, and General Motors might have to rethink their whole battery game plan. If those guys want to stay in the race, they'll need to cook up something that matches BYD's money-saving magic. Or risk watching BYD zoom ahead, especially in places where price is everything. But wait, it gets even cooler. BYD's not stopping at cars. They're dreaming big, looking to pop this battery into energy storage, big trucks, and even planes. Yup, this tech could go way beyond your daily driver. With zippy charging, longer trips, top-notch safety, and prices that won't break the bank, the Blade battery is shaping up to be a superstar in the EV world. So, what's next? This thing could take over markets everywhere, setting the bar crazy high for safety, efficiency, and affordability. China's already ruling the EV scene, but BYD's latest trick might just leave North America and Europe eating dust. The big question: can the old-school car giants keep pace? Or is BYD about to take an unbeatable lead? They're not messing around either. BYD's been pushing hard into Europe, Australia, and South America, rolling out EVs that compete with gas cars on price. Now, with the new Blade battery slashing costs even more, they could undercut Western brands while still bringing better safety and performance to the table. Tesla's long been the battery king, but BYD's making a serious case to steal the crown. BYD's second-generation Blade battery is throwing down a serious challenge, especially to Tesla. While Tesla and other big names stick to batteries with nickel, cobalt, and manganese, BYD's rocking lithium iron phosphate and showing it can outshine the rest. It's cheaper, safer, lasts longer, and keeps getting better at storing energy. BYD might just set a new bar that even Tesla has to rethink its whole battery playbook. The race between BYD and the global car giants is about to get wild. Old-school brands like General Motors, Ford, and Volkswagen are scrambling to meet EV demand. But BYD's ready to pounce. They're making cars faster and cheaper, and that could rocket them to the top spot in the electric vehicle world in just a few years. But BYD's not just about cars. They're going global, building factories in Europe and South America to pump out batteries quick and dodge trade hassles that slow others down. They're gearing up to be the biggest name in EVs, hands down. So, can the competition catch up? Or is this BYD's big takeover moment? And here's a twist. It's not just about driving. BYD's Blade battery could shake up something even bigger: renewable energy storage. As the world leans into solar and wind power, we need awesome batteries to store all that energy. BYD's already a pro in this game, and their new battery tech could totally change how we save and share power globally. Here's the catch with renewables. Solar panels need sun, and wind turbines need breeze. They don't work 24/7. That's where BYD steps in. Their battery could solve that up and down problem, making clean energy reliable whenever we need it. BYD's already a pro at building batteries for homes, businesses, and even whole city power grids, storing extra energy like champs. With the new Blade batteries' boosted energy density and lower costs, their storage solutions could outshine everything else out there. This is huge as countries like the European Union, China, and the US push hard to cut carbon emissions in the coming years. Big battery storage is key to hitting those clean energy goals. With their top-notch tech, affordable prices, and manufacturing know-how, BYD's in prime position to lead the charge in renewable energy storage. Could their batteries power entire cities, not just cars? Totally possible. If BYD nails it in both EVs and energy, they could shake up the global energy scene even more than they're rocking the car world. Now, let's talk about the battery showdown. Can Tesla keep its crown? Tesla's been the big name in EV batteries forever, but BYD's coming up fast with their second-generation Blade battery. It's safer, lasts longer, and costs less to make. Tesla's got some real competition now. Tesla's been banking on nickel-based batteries for their big energy punch, but they're pricey, tricky to produce, and can overheat. BYD's lithium iron phosphate setup sidesteps all that, delivering a steady, budget-friendly option that might just steal the spotlight in the EV market. Tesla's fighting back, pouring cash into their new 4,680 battery cells to boost range and cut costs. But they've hit some bumps with delays and tech hiccups. BYD's second-generation Blade battery is putting the heat on Tesla. BYD's already pumping out this awesome battery at a killer price, and if Tesla doesn't switch gears fast, they could slip from the top spot they used to own. Will Tesla jump on the lithium iron phosphate bandwagon like BYD, or stick to their old playbook? With both companies pushing battery tech to the limit, this showdown is going to shape the future of electric cars. So, who's going to win? Tesla, the trailblazer that kicked off the EV craze, or BYD, the crew that might have just nailed the perfect battery? BYD's new Blade battery isn't just a win for them, it's a total game-changer for the whole industry. This isn't some small upgrade. It's a bold move that's shaking things up with more power, faster charging, top-tier safety, and lower costs. It's throwing down the gauntlet, daring every car maker to step up or get left behind. BYD's battery is so good that it's impossible to ignore. If they can crank it out on a massive scale, it might become the new gold standard, making those old nickel-based batteries yesterday's news. For years, companies have leaned on nickel-heavy batteries for their energy kick, but they're pricey, risky, and tough to source. BYD's proving their lithium iron phosphate tech can match, or even beat, that. And it's forcing the industry to wake up. This could flip everything. Supply chains might get a total makeover, and big names like Tesla, General Motors, Ford, and Volkswagen might have to dive into lithium iron phosphate or watch BYD steal the show. If BYD pulls this off globally, the whole EV game could shift. Carmakers who used to shrug off this tech because it didn't pack enough punch might now be all in. Why? It's cheaper, safer, and tougher. Perfect for building EVs that last and don't cost a fortune. This shift could make EVs way more affordable, especially in places where cost has kept people from jumping on board. Plus, by leaning into lithium iron phosphate batteries, we could ditch pricey and problematic materials like nickel and cobalt, stuff that's not just expensive, but also tied to some shady mining practices. BYD's big idea might push the whole industry to rethink where they get their materials, going for stuff that's easier to find and better for the planet. That could make the battery supply chain tougher, dodging wild price swings, political drama, and ethical headaches. And it's not just cars. BYD's tech could shake up everything from renewable energy storage to big trucks and even planes. With batteries that pack more punch for less cash, companies could pour more into storing solar and wind power, making green energy a real powerhouse. Electric delivery trucks and fleets could hit the streets in a big way, too, thanks to batteries that handle heavy jobs like champs. This might just be the moment for the EV revolution, the one we'll look back on as when lithium iron phosphate took over and changed the game. BYD isn't just nudging the industry along, they're rewriting the roadmap. If other car makers don't catch up to this massive wave, they could lose out to a company that's moving faster than anyone thought possible. The Blade battery isn't just a step up, it's a giant leap that's happening right now, and it's wild to watch. What do you think? Could this be the spark that lights up a whole new era? Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. We've just unpacked how BYD's Blade battery is shaking up the EV world. and maybe even the future of energy itself. Pretty mind-blowing, right? If you loved this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, smash subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss what's coming next. Drop a comment below. Tell me what you think about BYD's big move or what you want me to cover next time. Until then, keep cruising, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!